Hello, Crusader Nation. TJ Wheatley here, class of 2015. Today I'll be joined by the one and only Jimmy Gaines. Mr. Gaines is a 2010 Canisius graduate and attended the University of Miami, and now is currently playing for the Buffalo Bills. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Gaines.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so, just kind of tell me about, how did you start playing football? I mean, how old were you? Where were you playing?
Well, I started playing with North Buffalo when I was 6 years old. North Buffalo, I think they're the Rams now. They played in Shoshone Park, and I played fullback and linebacker, and I loved the game. I was a soft kid. I was getting smacked around. But I enjoyed it. Seeing my dad play, he played a little flag football and a little football here and there, and I wanted to go out there and try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then unfortunately I quit
All right.
after the second week. The second week I was like, I can't do this. I don't even want to do this anymore. And then the next year, I told my dad, I was like, I want to do it again. I think I could do it. So I tried it out again, and the rest is history. Yeah.
And now, I know you did not attend Canisius all 4 years. You're at Williamsville North. I mean, what brought you over here to Canisius High School?
Just hearing about Canisius High School, and the program that they had here, the academics that they had here, it was second to none, around the city. And being at Williamsville North and playing sports at Williamsville North, I wasn't very successful. I think the last year I was there, I started running back. I was getting like 30 carries a game.
Yeah.
But we were like 1-7 playing
geez.
football, so it was bad. And I also knew that I wanted to play at the next level, and I wanted to play big time at the next level. And I knew that what was going on here at Canisius, that they would give me the opportunity to play at the next level. So coming here, and then the academics, I heard about it, but I didn't know it until I was actually in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then dealing with the academics here that really prepared me for college. Once I got to Miami.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that transition because myself, I transferred in here from public school my junior year, and it's rough. It's the real deal.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's an eye opener. But once you get to college, it's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
My classes were very easy. I was like, really? The class that I had that I took here, my senior year, they were a lot harder than the ones I took, at my freshman year at Miami. So I was definitely glad I was able to do that.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you? When you first started playing Division I football for the University of Miami. What was that like, being a Division I football player, a big-time program?
Well, for one, it was hot. Going down there in June, July, it was hot. So that was the first thing to get used to, and then just the speed.
Yeah.
The speed of the guys that were down there. I'd never seen, guys like that. We had, my freshman year, we had this guy named DeMarcus Van Dyke, and he ran the fastest combine time that year coming out.
Oh, wow.
And he clocked that, that in the summertime, he clocked like a 4.1. I'm like, whoa, are you serious? Is that even real? But I saw it, and it was real. So, just the speed of the game was ridiculous to me. And then the fact that our D linemen and O linemen were so big, I wasn't used to. You find a couple bigger guys, here playing high school ball, but not to that degree. Those guys are pretty big, and they can move pretty well too. So being able to adjust to that and being able to adjust to the speed of the game, it took a little while. It really did. I was a little bit, I was smaller. Being a smaller linebacker, coming in, I was like 200 pounds on a good day, but playing big time linebacker, So just getting used to that, that was kind of tough. But as the season progressed, I learned I picked the system up very, very fast though. That was the one thing I was able to do. Just coming from Canisius and having that the background that, it made it a lot easier for me to pick it up because the program here. Was pretty tough, you learning the plays and learning the different schemes. It was different, It was different than when I was at a public school. It was a lot different. So I was able to pick up the system a lot faster. So I didn't redshirt. My freshman year, I ended up played a little bit sparingly on defense, but I played a lot on special team.
You have a pretty good program. I know I've seen you at a couple games this year. What did you think of this year's team?
Yeah, this for Miami, right? Miami's team. You know, we had some good games, and you know, especially watching the Florida State game that hurt me, that killed me. You know,
Yeah,
that's
I
just
thought they had it too.
yeah, it was our arch rival. So I mean, you know, I really thought that we had it, but you know, those things happen. But it just the fact that just having the ability to watch so much talent that's on the field, man, it's ridiculous. Those two games, you know, those two teams in that game, you know, it's a whole lot of those guys are playing at the next level and playing high at the next level, at a high level. So, I mean, it was great to see, and then, but it was unfortunate for our team, you know, that we didn't have the best of years, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. So I mean, tell me about, you know, when you first found out you were coming back to Buffalo. I mean, what was that like? What was going through your mind?
Wow, it was crazy, man. You know, because during that whole process, I hadn't talked to the Bills only one time, and they called me one time to say, what are you hurt? What's your home address? You know, things like that. Things. I mean, it's a bunch of teams that do that just randomly contact you.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm thinking I'm going to Houston or staying in Miami. Honestly, those teams are calling me every day, like, you know, showing me a lot of love, talking about they're going to draft me, which they didn't.
Yeah.
But that's where I thought I would be. But it ended up, you know, after the draft, you know, a couple minutes later, I get a call from the Buffalo Bills, and well, yeah, of course, of course, I would love to be a Bill. You know, just growing up, you know, that's a dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, what was it like, you know, the first time stepping on the field as an NFL player? You know, going out there with those guys, you know, the different speed of the game under the lights. How was that?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. It really was. It was a combination of hard work and just all the pain that I had to endure to get to where I was at. You know, it was just like, wow. You know, it was a great feeling to see all the fans and just be out there. You know, and have the opportunity to represent myself, my family. You know, Canisius, Miami. You know, everybody. You know, having the opportunity to do that on that level it was amazing, man. It was a great feeling.
All right. Well, back to, you know, Canisius High School. I mean, I know you attended here. You know, I'm attending here now. But I mean, do you have a favorite, you know, place or, you know, somewhere in the school that has a lot of meaning to you?
Actually, the small gym downstairs next to the weight room. My junior year, when I first transferred over here, I didn't play basketball. You know, I didn't play basketball here, and I wanted to. I wanted to really bad, but I knew I was like, I'm focusing. I'm trying to focus on football, and I'm not going to play basketball this year. So, you know, after I get done workout, it would be a group of us, you know, who would work out, and then we would play basketball in a small gym for a couple hours too. You know, right after the workout. So I mean, those times, you know, those are battles too. You know, those are good.
We still have those right now.
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, those memories there, man. I can't, you know, I can't take them away, man. Those are just great times I had.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you could go back and, you know, change anything you did, or you know, take an experience or something, you know, like an MOS or one of the retreats or something from your time at Canisius High School, you know, what would you have done?
Things that I could take away that I might want to change. Probably going to a Kairos retreat. Honestly, I didn't get the chance to do it. You know, so the fact that I didn't do that, and I heard so many great things about it. You know, and I just was like, I don't necessarily want to go, and I feel like it would have been a great experience for me. You know, that's one of the things that I heard a lot about, and you know, just to enhance my Canisius experience too, just to go on one of those retreats. So that's definitely it right there.
All right, well, that's it for this segment. You know, Mr. Gaines, I appreciate you giving us this time to do this interview.
No problem.
Thank you.